Hi everybody, this is Todd Olthoff from toddolthoff.com, and I thought I'd do a screencast today on how to upgrade to iCloud. There's been a lot of confusion out there about how to make that upgrade happen, and so I thought I'd walk through it visually for those of you that need to see it that way, and you can see my process in updating my computer at the same time. If you'd like more information on Apple's own site, they've got a whole setup on how to set up iCloud, and you can do it based on your computer, and they walk you through instructions on how to make that happen. And so that's another thing that you could check out if you need to kind of read it step by step. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and take a look at the setup for the Mac so you can kind of see what that looks like. And they walk you through all the different steps for it. One of the things you do have to have installed is you've got to have Lion installed, and it's got to be Lion 10.7.2 to make that happen. You can't have the earlier versions. So one of the first things that you're going to need to do if we're going to update is go up to the Apple up on your toolbar and do a software update. Okay, now that I've updated my system to 10.7.2, when it restarts, we're greeted with the preference pane for iCloud. Now on mine it says it has instructions on how to move your MobileMe account because I happen to have a MobileMe account, so it's going to ask me to move it over. If you don't have one, it'll probably ask you to create an iCloud account so that you can begin the sync services. Now, speaking of accounts, there's been a lot of confusion over what to do with accounts. Some people have iTunes accounts, some have MobileMe accounts, some have other accounts that they've used, and so people are kind of trying to figure out, should we merge accounts or not. I'm going to keep separate accounts, and here's the reason. My iTunes account I use to make purchases on iTunes, and my entire family uses that account, so that when we purchase something, everybody has access to it on all their different iDevices. When it comes to iCloud, however, a separate MobileMe account is fine, and as a matter of fact, I'll probably make accounts for everybody in my family so they have their own, and then they can have access to their own stuff. So it's up to you on how to do that, but it's perfectly okay to keep separate accounts. You don't have to worry about merging it, which actually is something that Apple has not set up the ability to do at this point. So I'm going to click the Move to iCloud button, and what it's going to do is it's going to take me to my MobileMe account, as you can see here, and it asks me to log in with my credentials so that it can begin the process of converting my MobileMe account across. So as I sign in here, it's going to take me to a place, and you can notice that it says Move. And so now there's a wizard that Apple put together, which is a nice way to kind of help make this transition a little easier. So I'm going to click Get Started, and it goes through kind of telling me what's going to happen. And again, my mail, my calendars will be moved to the MobileMe. It also tells me that things like my gallery, my iDisk, and iWeb, if you host a site on iWeb that you're hosting on your MobileMe account, that those things will still be accessible up until June 30th, 2012. And those you'll still access the same way that you did before, but those things won't move over to the cloud. Then it says that there are certain features that won't be available, so it's kind of warning you. So if you sync things like dashboard widgets, dock items, keychains, preferences, mail accounts such as the rules and signatures and stuff like that, those things will no longer sync. I don't do that myself, but if that's something that you've been used to and that's important to you, you may want to not convert to iCloud so that you can keep those services and figure out some way to replace those things before you move over. But since I don't have those things myself, I'm going to continue on. Now it talks about the importance of upgrading your other iDevices. And so if you have any iOS devices, they need to be running iOS 5. Now I have an iPhone as well, and I've got my other Macs in my house that I'm going to upgrade. Okay, so now that I've upgraded my iPhone, I can come back to this screen. I've upgraded all of the computers that I've got in the house. I've upgraded to my 2 iPhones, so I should be in great shape. So I can check here that all the devices that I want are up and running and ready to go, and I can click the next button. And then it just wants to make sure that at least one of my devices is already in sync and is where I want it to be, which they all are at this point. And I've already got backups because I've done backups of my computer already, so I can go to the next step. Now it takes me to the terms and conditions for iCloud, and you can read through those details if you're into that, but otherwise just click that you agree, and then you can click the Move to iCloud button. And then it starts the process of moving your MobileMe account over to iCloud. And so you can see how this process continues, and will get us to the point where we are completely upgraded. You can see it's moving the calendar over and all of the different events and things that I've got, and now it's moving my mail. And so eventually here, once the bar's done, we'll see how that gets us set up and ready to go. And you can see, complete your move. Click OK to open System Preferences and complete the move from MobileMe to iCloud. Okay, now that the update process is done, you can see that we're left with this System Preference pane that shows all of our services that are operating on iCloud. You can see here that I've got my mail and notes, contacts, calendars, and bookmarks. Now, when it does the update, it will open iCal and then make sure all of the calendaring items are transferred and updated. And so that's a short process that it goes through. And then you have all of these services. So I've checked the documents and data so that that's backed up. I'm also going to check Find My Mac. And so it asks if you want to allow it to know what your location is, and I say yes, and you can see the Wake for Network Access is off. So it allows me to go more, and I can open the Energy Saver pane and make sure that I've got it set for automatically waking. So Wake for Network Access, I can go ahead and set that. Then I can go back, and you can see now in your preference pane you've got iCloud added there now. If I just click on that, now the error went away and the Find My Mac is all set up now. So this gives you an idea of how to set that up. It'll say here for PhotoStream in terms of learning more on how to set that up. I'll talk about that once I've updated Aperture on my system. But this gives you a good idea now of how all of this works. Now if I go back to the Safari page here, it just tells me how to begin to set this stuff up on all my other iDevices, where I've just got to go into those devices and click OK and have everything set. What I do want to show you though right now is the fact that we can go to iCloud.com, and Apple has the site set up now to where now I can go onto the internet to my iCloud. Sign in with my credentials here. And we'll see if the transfer has taken place and if everything's okay. So there you can see it's picked up my picture. It's got my time zone and language. I can say done, and now there's a whole web interface here that will take me through the different things that I have set up. So for instance, I can click my calendar, and it has a similar look to how MobileMe looked, but now we've got a much cleaner looking interface here on the web, and you can just see my different calendaring things. I can come back now and I can look at my contacts and see if those things have been moved over. I know that my calendar did, and sure enough my contacts are here, and you'll notice it looks a lot like the desktop applications that we have with Lion as well, so there's a match to it. You know, mail information, you can take a look and see what this screen looks like as well, and it should have a very Lion-like look to it. So that the nice thing is that the web applications now have a great look and feel that match what they've already set up on our desktop items, and get a nice welcome to iCloud email here, which gives us more information as well. Finally, a look at Find My iPhone, where it gives you a nice map for that. And so I've got to sign in to do it because it wants to make sure that it's not somebody who's just trying to spy on me or hacked my account, I guess. And here are the different devices and things that I've got in the house, and I can wipe my iPhone, I can make it play a sound, you know, those kinds of things. So anyways, that gives you a feel for how that works. And then finally the iWork in the cloud piece, where this is the documents in the cloud that they talked about. I'm not sure that I have any documents up here yet. I don't believe I do. But you can get it allows you to get pages for iOS, learn how this works, and you have Keynote up here, pages, and numbers, so you can access all of those things now over the web, as those things back up automatically to the top. So anyways, that gives you a feel for now how to upgrade to iCloud and get everything working and in sync. Hopefully that was helpful, and we'll be back again for another screencast on another topic to help you make the most out of your Mac. Thank you for listening.